the face of Felipe Garcia, there will not be 3 ounces of foam to help absorb the shot.
These guys practice their kicks by kicking trees. That's how they do it. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I know. Every time I think about that, I just grimace. And can you imagine taking your shins and going out and running them into a tree?
Yeah, makes you want to be a track athlete, doesn't it? Round 1, Schedule 5. Felipe Garcia, the long pants. Harpalang in the short pants. Right away with the snapping kicks as Harpalang goes to the knees. Garcia.
You can't hold on the head.
One of the problems here, of course, is that Tom Schlesinger, the referee, does not speak Thai, and that will get a little bit confusing. Garcia, with the round kick, takes one low.
Garcia, I think, slid back and maybe caught a little bit of the kick into his groin area, and that's something I'm sure he has to be concerned about.
And Felipe more off balance than anything. Garcia kicked there and goes down. It's a legitimate knockdown, but nothing that hurt Garcia by any stretch of the imagination. Once again, Harpalang, the Thai fighter, in the red pants, or in the red trunks. Garcia in the trunks. The long pants, Felipe Garcia. And again, Garcia still at this point trying, I think, to figure Harpalang out.
Felipe does appear to be a little tentative. He's kind of placing those kicks out there and kind of watching what happens with Harpalang, looking for an opportunity to land some big shot, I think.
Well, you know, the hard part of this for Garcia is that it's a little tricky to find people to spar with to get used to this. Garcia lands with a kick and a punch into the belly. Blocks both of those. A minute 30 left in this 3-minute round, the first of 5 scheduled for this fight. Again, these are 3-minute rounds.
You know, another thing, it seems to me that Garcia is throwing kicks before he's in range, and I think he's doing that because he is concerned about catching those kicks against the legs as Harpalang gets in there where he's in range.
Well, and again, he takes one on the knee, Garcia does, delivers back to the thigh, takes one in the hamstring there, and that hurt Felipe. You could see Garcia grimace as he took that kick. Garcia's a very tough kid, and he will not give it up easily, but he got hurt with that kick for sure. Blocks those. Less than a minute, round 1, schedule 5. The crowd reacting wildly to Harpalang's movements, although a lot of what Harpalang is doing is not landing. A knee there that was not supposed to be allowed comes in from Harpalang.
Yeah, they're not supposed to throw the knees when they're in the ropes. It's allowable for them to throw knees if they're out in the middle of the ring, but they're not supposed to hold and throw any knees.
If you just joined us, this is a Thai fight. Garcia on the left, Felipe Garcia from Denver, and Chongpech Harpalang from Bangkok, Thailand. 15 seconds to go. If this seems like a long round to you, it is because they are 3-minute rounds rather than 2-minute rounds. As we come down to the end of round 1, they exchange in the corner.
His ability to kick the legs of Felipe Garcia, the thing that Garcia was not really trained to do, and he catches one right at the back of his hamstring area, and you can tell he felt that.
You can see the look of pain on Garcia's face. He's not used to being kicked there, and that one hurt him. These are all 5-round fights, our Thai fights. The first round over, these are 3-minute rounds again. And we have Chongpech Harpalang in the red shorts, Felipe Garcia from Denver in the red pants as we start round 2.
It seems like to me that Felipe needs to stick straighter, either side kicks or front kicks into the body of Harpalang to try to keep him from just coming in like he is.
Felipe seems to wind up in the corners with this kid a lot, and none of those things, they're making slapping motions because of the foot landing on the back, but they're really not hurting Garcia at this point. It'll be the leg kicks probably that will hurt. That when they're into the shin, I'm sure Garcia felt.
Well, Garcia, I think, has got to stop fighting tentatively. He can't be tentative against this fighter. He has to go out and just forget about this being a different type of fight. Forget about it being a Thai fight. Go out and just fight this guy.
You know, John, we're looking at a 1-pound weight difference between these two fighters, but frankly, Harpalang looks quite a bit bigger than Felipe.
Harpalang has a good reach advantage. He's about 2 inches taller, it looks like. But that's really something that Felipe Garcia has had to face for his entire career. He's always been the shorter guy in the ring.
Garcia looks like what he is trying to do at this point, John, and correct me if I'm wrong, he seems to be trying to figure out a way to make this a hand fight.
I'm sure he would like to. I'm sure he would like to. Oh, that was a kick right in the groin.
Yeah, that one was clear. There was no way that could be mistaken for anything but what it was. This is not something that was intentional. The Thai fighter.
Felipe Garcia in obvious pain as that kick landed flush in the groin area. We'll see this again. A back leg, sort of halfway round kick, halfway front kick from Harpelang that lands is just. Oh, yes.
Yeah. That was absolutely flush, and of course the fighter wears a protective cup, but there are some things that will surpass even that. I'm sure the Thai fighter Harpelang that's not an intentional thing that he did there. That is, when you allow leg kicks, that's one of the risks you run, and I'm sure that he did not mean to do that. Garcia will be given whatever time it requires to recover from this, but he's not feeling very good at all.
That will be considered a foul, and the referee will have to make a determination as to whether he's going to penalize the fighter by giving penalty point, issuing a penalty to the Thai fighter. If he decides that it was a pure accident, he may decide just to give a warning, although, you know, obviously Felipe Garcia is going to take some time to come back from that.
Well, and I believe you and I would too take some time, probably more than Felipe, to come back from that. I know that these are the people in the corner of Harpelang. And
sure. Throw a couple kicks, see how your leg feels.
You can hear there Tom Schlesinger, the referee, telling Felipe to throw some kicks to see how he feels.
Well, Tom Schlesinger doing a good job there of making sure that Felipe Garcia...
1 point for the foul.
Yes, he is deducting 1 point. Minus 1 point against Harpelang for the foul.
1 point.
That's a tough call, too, for Tom Schlesinger, because how do you know if it was intentional or not? It's just something that you have to do on instinct as a referee. Now, Garcia being very protective, as you might expect. Once again, 1 minute 30 seconds left in the second of 5 3-minute rounds in this Thai fight. And again, stalking is Harpelang, the Thai fighter. Felipe Garcia trying his best to make this a hand fight. These kicks that you're hearing so much reaction from the crowd.
Well, the Thais depend primarily on those back leg kicks. They swing those back leg kicks and come on in. They don't really have very good hand skills as a rule. Garcia's got good boxing ability. He'd like to get inside and make this an inside fight.
Good spinning back fist by Garcia there. The crowd, and another one, an uppercut by Garcia. The crowd is very much into this fight from the standpoint of the Thai. There's a significant Thai contingent in the crowd, and they are reacting to everything that Harpelang does, even those things which do not land. A good exchange there on the ropes. Garcia, as long as he can stay inside, is going to have the advantage here because he is the better boxer. As we come to the end of round 2, and we are looking now into the corner of Chanukpech Harpelang. Does not want to sit down. Well, I guess they're going to bring the stool in now, and he is going to sit down. Looking now at Felipe Garcia, who probably is still feeling the effects. Let's see if we can hear Red Martinez.
And double up on your punches, too.
Yeah, hitting one right back. I've deducted 1 point on the foul.
If you watch the hold on the leg.
We're going to see again, Garcia showing a little bit of the advantage that he has once the fight does get inside into the hand range. Throws a body shot there, good hook to the ribs, and then comes back under uppercut that snaps back the head of Harpelang.
Harpelang, you're right, John, does not have the boxing skill of Garcia. If Felipe can get inside of those legs, he's going to be okay. The crowd here has to be a factor, though. Felipe's used to have people rooting for him, and all of a sudden there are more people here rooting for the Thai fighter because, as we say, there's a significant Thai population here in Las Vegas, and they are here, and many have come across for the fight from Bangkok. As we go to round 3, these are 3-minute rounds, remember. Garcia in the long pants, Felipe Garcia, and Chanukpech Harpelang in the red, landing a good right hand. Harpelang in the red shorts.
Well, these Thais just come out and absolutely kick the wheels off the vehicle there.
You know, you would think that it would be enormously painful to kick somebody with your... Well, it is. enormously painful to kick somebody with your shin is referee Tom Schlesinger.
Well, he's warning Harpelang for holding the kicks. Again, that was one of the rules that we had to work out, in that they were not supposed to grab the legs, although that's part of their normal fighting skills. And it's difficult. It's hard to come out and change, like you were saying, Dan, to make those changes without really training for it.
And additionally, there is the fact that Tom Schlesinger, the referee, does not speak Thai, and Harpelang does not speak English. And so Garcia inside lands fairly well, staying inside of the leg range as much as he can. This is not an easy job for Schlesinger. Oh, round kick. A left round kick caught Felipe Garcia right in the head, and he is out. He will not be getting up from that. Felipe Garcia just got caught, and he will not make it back up. That one hit him right square in the head, in the forehead, and that was it. Again, coming off the shin bone of the Thai fighter, and you wonder who that